Well, this morning, our first look at brand new surveillance video. This is from inside a nearby home that was under construction. ABC News obtained this video from the property owner, and they are reporting that this was captured the day of the shooting. But in a statement, those homeowners, they say that they were not there at the time and they do not know the McMichaels. So we've just learned the Georgia Attorney General, they want the Department of Justice to investigate the handling of this case. We want to get right out to On Your Side's Renata Di Gregorio. She's been delving into all of this over the weekend. She has the very latest developments this morning. Renata.
Good morning. It took 36 hours for the Georgia Bureau of Investigation to arrest the two people in connection to Ahmaud Arbery's murder. A murder that happened 2 months ago and went with no arrests when it was handled by the Brunswick District Attorney and the Glynn County Police Department. Now, Georgia's Attorney General is calling on the U.S. Department of Justice to investigate how Arbery's case was handled.
The arrests that should have been made weren't made. And then as you dig a little deeper, you discover that there were people complicit in ensuring that arrest wasn't made. And those people were both law enforcement and prosecutors.
Arbery's family attorney says the family hopes the DOJ determines why the case was, quote, poorly handled. Attorney General Chris Carr got a request from Brunswick District Attorney Jackie Johnson's office in late February to appoint another prosecutor to the case. That's when Waycross District Attorney George Barnhill was appointed. But the Attorney General says when the request by Johnson's office was made, neither they nor Barnhill's office told the AG that Barnhill already was reviewing evidence and advising the Glynn County Police Department whether to make arrests.
We had a hunch that things just weren't adding up.
We have not heard back from the Waycross nor Brunswick district attorneys. A threat also made over the weekend against protesters, and we'll dig into that in the next half hour. Renata Di Gregorio, First Coast News, On Your Side.